Okay, the next question is, if the roots of the equation x square plus px plus 7 is equal to 0 are alpha and beta, and it is given alpha square plus beta square is equal to 22, it says find possible values of p. Find possible values of p. The equation is given as x square plus px plus 7 is equal to 0. So again, a is 1 here, the coefficient of x square is 1, b is p, the coefficient of x, and c absolute value is 7. So first of all, let us calculate the sum of roots. Alpha plus beta will be given with the minus b upon a, minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of x square. So here it is minus p upon 1, that is minus p for this particular equation. And alpha beta is c upon a, the constant term upon the coefficient of x square, which is 7 upon 1, that is 7. He wants you to find the possible values of p, and he has given you alpha square plus beta square is 22. We know that alpha plus beta whole square is alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. It is simple. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, where in place of ab I have used alpha beta. The value of alpha square plus beta square is 22 whole square. The value of alpha plus beta is minus p whole, and it is whole square, plus 2 alpha beta. Value of alpha beta is 7. So minus p whole square will become p square. It will become not whole square, it is 22 only. 22 plus 14, it will come out to be 36. It will come out to be 36. P square is 36. P will be under root 36 plus minus. So value of P is plus minus 6. The value of P is plus minus 6. He had asked the possible values of P. The possible values of P are plus minus 6. Next question is, alpha and beta are roots of the equation 3x square minus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0. It is 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. We have to find the value of alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha plus 2 beta plus alpha upon alpha beta plus 3 alpha beta. Now equation is 3x square minus 6x plus 4 equal to 0. So let us write the value of, first of all, a, b and c. A is 3, b is minus 6 and c is 4. So we will find out alpha plus beta. Sum of the roots will be minus b upon a, that will be 6 upon 3, because it is already minus, minus, minus will become plus, so it will become 2. And alpha beta is c upon a, that will become 4 upon 3. So you have got alpha plus beta as 2 and alpha beta as 4 upon 3. Every time whenever the quadratic equation is given, we will find alpha plus beta, alpha beta. If you have to do something with the questions like this, where he wants the values of an expression where alpha and beta are involved, then definitely we will need alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So first thing is alpha plus beta is minus b upon a. Applying that, I got the value 2. Alpha beta is c upon a. I got the values 4 upon 3. Now let us write the expression. What does he want? He wants alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha plus 2 beta plus alpha upon alpha beta plus 3 alpha beta. We clearly alpha beta is here, beta plus alpha is there, alpha beta, there is nothing to solve in it. I can just substitute the values. Only thing I have to solve in the first bracket, where I'll take the LCM as alpha beta. It will become alpha squared plus beta squared plus 2. The value of alpha plus beta is 2. The value of alpha beta is 4 upon 3 plus 3 alpha beta is 4 upon 3. So 3 will cancel. Now alpha square plus beta square. We know alpha plus beta whole square is alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. So in place of alpha square plus beta square, I can write alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. And what is the value of alpha plus beta? It is 2. So 2 whole square minus 2 into 4 upon 3. So it will be 4 minus 8 upon 3. 2 to the 4 and 2 4 the 8 upon 3. I'll take 3 as LCM, 12 minus 8. So actually it will also come out to be 4 upon 3. So the value of alpha square plus beta square is 4 upon 3. So I'll substitute the value 4 upon 3. Alpha beta is how much? 4 upon 3 again. Alpha beta is 4 upon 3 plus 2. It will become 2 into 3 upon 4. Because this will go up. 2 2s are 4. It will cancel 4. It will be 4. It is 1. Because 4 upon 3 divided by 4 upon 3 will be 1. It will be left here 3 from this, and it will be left 4 here. So your answer will be 8. Thank you. Okay, let's look into the next question. It's about the roots of the quadratic equation. It is the same kind of question. It says if alpha beta are roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, find the value of alpha upon beta minus beta upon alpha squared. Number 1. So if equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then the sum of the roots will be minus b upon a, and product of roots alpha beta will be equal to c upon a. Now let us, on the basis of these two, we'll solve the remaining question. It says alpha upon beta minus beta upon alpha to the power 2. So what we'll do is we'll take the LCM alpha beta. It is a square, so it will become alpha square beta square, and alpha into alpha square minus beta square to the power 2. Alpha square minus beta square can be factorized as alpha minus beta, alpha plus beta to the power 2. We know the value of alpha plus beta. We have to calculate the value of alpha minus beta. Alpha beta is also known. So only question is to calculate alpha minus beta. We told you there was a relation between alpha minus beta and alpha plus beta. Alpha minus beta whole square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Now let us put the value of alpha plus beta minus b upon a whole square minus 4 into alpha beta, that is c upon a. It will become b square upon a square minus 4c upon a. When we take the LCM, it becomes b square minus 4ac upon a square. Now let us put the values in equation 1. It is the equation 1 here. Alpha minus beta into alpha plus beta upon to the power 2 upon alpha beta whole square. The value of alpha minus beta whole square is b square minus 4ac upon a square. b square minus 4ac upon a square, because it is whole square. It is here power 2, so it will be power 2 here. And alpha plus beta whole square means minus b upon a whole square upon c upon a. Alpha beta is c upon a whole square. So when we solve it, b square minus 4ac upon a square, b square upon a square, and c square upon a square. A square will cancel, and finally you will get b square into b square minus 4ac upon a square c square. This is the value of alpha upon beta minus beta upon alpha whole square. We are doing time and again the same process, that we will take out from the given equation the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, and then when we substitute the values by solving it, they will come either in the form of alpha square minus beta square, alpha square plus beta square, alpha cube plus beta cube, alpha cube minus beta cube, or alpha 4 plus beta 4, but they will be reducible to some of the other form which we had discussed in question number 1 in the beginning of this lecture. I had done around about from A to H part. In A to H part I had discussed everything. The B part of the same question, we have to find out alpha cube upon beta plus beta cube upon alpha. Here we have taken the LCM alpha beta. It will become alpha into alpha cube, alpha to the power 4 plus beta to the power 4. You know how to calculate alpha 4 plus beta 4. We know alpha square plus beta square to the power 2 is alpha 4 plus beta 4 plus 2 alpha square beta square. So by transforming one term to another side, alpha 4 plus beta 4 is calculated as alpha square plus beta square whole square minus 2 alpha square beta square. Again alpha square plus beta square is calculated as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. The value of alpha plus beta was minus b upon a whole square, and value of alpha beta is c upon a. From this I get the value b square minus 2ac upon a square, which is the value of alpha square plus beta square. So alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha square beta square. So I square this value of alpha square plus beta square, which will become b square minus 2ac to the power 2 upon a 4 minus 2. Alpha beta is c upon a because it is a alpha square beta square, so it becomes c square upon a square, and upon alpha beta is c upon a. Now it is simple simplification, b square minus 4ac whole square minus 2a square c square when we have taken a4 as the LCM, and then bringing it up, it will become a upon c. A will cancel, so a to the power 3 will remain and c will remain. You want to open this bracket, you can open at b to the power 4 plus 4a square c square minus 4 acb square minus 2a square c square upon a cube c. This you can take 4a square minus 4a square c square minus 2a square c square will become 2a square c square, and that can be written in the simplified form. The next question is that one of the roots of the equation x square plus ax plus 8 is equal to 0 is 4. One of the roots, there are two roots of the equation. He has given you one of the roots as 4. He says while the equation x square plus ax plus b, this is another equation, is equal to 0 has equal roots, we have to find the value of y. Let's look into the first equation, x square plus ax plus 8 is equal to 0. He says it has got one of its roots as 4. So if alpha and beta are the roots, then alpha plus beta will be minus b upon a. Minus b means the coefficient of x minus the coefficient of x, which is a here, upon coefficient of x square, which is 1. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus a. Alpha beta is c upon a. C is the absolute, which is here 8, and a is the coefficient of x square. So 8 upon 1. And he says one of the root is 4. So that means out of alpha and beta, one of the root is 4. Let me assume the beta to be 4. So 4 plus alpha is minus a. And from the second equation, 4 into alpha will come out to be 8. From this I can take out the value of alpha as 2, because 4 alpha is equal to 8 means alpha is equal to 8 upon 4, that is 2. Let me substitute the value of alpha as 2 in this equation and get the value of a. You put the value of alpha as 2, 4 plus 2 is equal to minus a, that means 6 is equal to minus a, that means a is equal to minus 6. This is from this first equation I have calculated the value of A, but I need the value of B. So let us pick up the second equation, which is x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 has equal roots. And we read while we were discussing the nature of roots, then when does the equation have equal roots? When b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, value of the discriminant is equal to 0, that time we have equal roots. If you remember, this was x-axis and I had drawn like this. Or you will get a curve like this. When the curve touches the x-axis only at one point, that is the condition when we are saying has equal root, because you will get only one value of x here. So b square minus 4ac is 0. So let us substitute the value of b, a and c. b is the coefficient of x, which is a here. So a square. A is the coefficient of x square, which is 1, and c is b here in this particular case. So a square minus 4b is equal to 0. A we had calculated as minus 6. So minus 6 whole square minus 4b is equal to 0, or 4b is equal to 36. Because I transferred that to that side, it is plus 36. 36 minus 4b is equal to 0, 4b is equal to 36, b is equal to 9. Let's look at the next question. Find value of a for which one root of the quadratic equation a square minus 5a plus 3x square plus 3a minus 1 into x plus 2 is equal to 0 is twice as large as the other. He has given you a quadratic equation a square minus 5a plus 3 into x square plus 3a minus 1 into x plus 2 equal to 0. And he said you have to find out the value of a in this. You have to find out the value of a in this. And the condition is that out of the two roots, one is twice as large as the other root. So if one root is alpha, the another is twice as large, that means 2 alpha. So I assume one root to be alpha, the other root to be twice as large, 2 alpha. Now the sum of the roots, alpha plus 2 alpha obviously will be 3 alpha, will be minus b upon a, where b is the coefficient of x, which is minus 3a minus 1 upon a square minus 5a plus 3. a square minus 5a plus 3, this is equation 1. The second condition is the product of roots. We always calculate sum of the roots, product of the root. So alpha into 2 alpha is equal to 2 alpha square, which will be equal to c upon a, where c is 2 and a is the coefficient of x square, which is a square minus 5a plus 3. Now what I do is I divide equation 2 by equation 1, that is 2 alpha square by 3 alpha, and when I divide this by this, I will get alpha is equal to 3 upon 1 minus 3a. What happens is 2 alpha square upon 3 alpha, alpha will cancel. In this, both these same terms will cancel. It will remain 2 upon minus 3 minus 1, in which I have changed the signs later. I have written plus 1 minus 3a, and this 2 and 2 has cancelled. So I have got the value of alpha as 3 upon 1 minus 3a. Then I substitute this value, I put this value of alpha in equation 1. What is equation 1? 3 alpha is equal to minus bracket 3a minus 1 upon a square minus 5a plus 3. So I am going to put the value of alpha. So 3 into alpha, 3 into 3 upon 1 minus 3a. This side also I change 1 minus 3a by bringing the negative inside. So 1 minus 3a. Both sides will become the same. 3 3s are 9. So let us cross multiply. 9 into a square is 9a square. 9 into 5 is 45. 9 3s are 27. When I multiply 1 minus 3a into 1 minus 3a, I will get 1 minus 3a whole square. which is square of the first term, square of the second term, double the product of first and second term. From both sides of the equation, I'll get 9a square cancel. I'll get my shift a terms to one side, minus 45a plus 6a is equal to 1 minus 27. That is minus 39a is equal to minus 26, or a will be 26 upon 39, that is 2 upon 3. That is how we calculated the value of a for this particular condition, that one of the roots of the equation was twice large as the other root was. So if I assume one root to be alpha, the other root was 2 alpha. The next question is, if alpha and beta are roots of the equation ax square minus bx plus b is equal to 0, we have to prove under root alpha plus beta plus under root beta upon alpha minus under root b upon a is equal to 0. So if ax square minus bx plus b is equal to 0, that means a is a here, b is the value here minus b, coefficient of x is minus b, and c is the absolute term which is b. Now alpha plus beta will be minus b upon a, which will come out to be b upon a, and alpha into beta, not alpha plus beta, alpha into beta will be c upon a, which is also b upon a, because c, the value of c is b. So alpha plus beta is minus b upon a, so it makes it b upon a, because the value of b is already minus b, so minus into minus becomes plus b upon a, and alpha into beta becomes c upon a, and the value of c is b upon a. Now let us look what we are required to prove. Alpha upon beta under root plus beta upon alpha under root minus under root b upon a is equal to 0. So what I do is I write it like this: under root alpha upon under root beta plus under root beta upon under root alpha minus under root b upon a. In these two I take the LCM as alpha beta under root. So under root alpha into under root alpha will give us alpha. Under root beta into under root beta will give us beta. So alpha plus beta upon alpha beta or beta alpha under root minus b upon a. The value of alpha plus beta is b upon a. The value of alpha beta is under root b upon a. So that means what? I have shown it here, b upon a, and if I reverse it, a will go up, root a will go up, and root b will come down. So it is b to the power 1, it is b to the power half, so it will remain b to the power half. Similarly, it is a root and it is a. Actually, what is root b? Root b into root b into root a, if you want to understand this way. A is root a into root a into root b. So root a will cancel, root b will cancel. You will get root b upon root a, which can be written as under root b upon a, and it is also minus under root b upon a. So both the terms are same but with opposite signs, so they will cancel each other, will give you the value 0, which is what we had to prove in this question. In the next question we have, if alpha beta are roots of x square plus x minus 7 is equal to 0, he has given you alpha beta as the roots of the equation x square plus x minus 7 is equal to 0, in which a is 1, a is the coefficient of x square, which is 1, b is the coefficient of x, which is also 1, and c is minus 7. So from this I will calculate the sum of the roots alpha plus beta as minus b upon a, which will come out to be minus 1, and alpha beta is c upon a, which comes out to be minus 7. Now he says, form a different equation whose roots are alpha square and beta square. Equation with roots, we have to form an equation whose roots are alpha square and beta square. We taught you this thing, that if you know the roots of the equation, then this quadratic equation can be formed with the help of x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of roots is equal to 0. We have driven this formula also for you. Now, sum of the roots here means he wants the roots to be alpha square, beta square. So, sum of the roots will be alpha square plus beta square. Product of roots, alpha square into beta square. Alpha square into beta square. We put the value of sum of the roots here, alpha square plus beta square, and product of roots as alpha square, beta square. Then what we are going to do, we have to find the value of alpha square plus beta square, and alpha beta we know. Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. From the lot of questions which you have done, if you look back, you will find that. Alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. The value of alpha plus beta is minus 1 here. Alpha plus beta was minus 1. And alpha beta is minus 7. So minus 1 whole square, minus 2 into minus 7, minus 1 whole square is 1, and this will give you plus 14. So I'll get the value of alpha square plus beta square as 15. The value of alpha square beta square means alpha beta whole square. The value of alpha beta is minus 7. So minus 7 whole square will be 49. So I have got the sum of the roots and the product of the roots of the equation. So it is very simple for me to frame a quadratic equation, because I know the quadratic equation is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of roots is equal to 0. Sum of the roots have come out to be 15. So x square minus 15x plus the product of roots has come out to be 49. So x square minus 15x plus 49 is the required equation. In the next question I have, if alpha beta are roots of the equation 2x square plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0, we have to form an equation with roots alpha square, beta square. It is nothing different than the previous question which I did just now, except the values will change a little bit. Like the equation, quadratic equation has changed, so obviously ABC has changed, so alpha plus beta will change. Now A is 2 here, the coefficient of x square, B is the coefficient of x, which is 3, and C is the absolute term, which is 2. So alpha plus beta is minus B upon A, which is minus 3 upon 2. Alpha beta is C upon A, which is 1. I have to form an equation with roots alpha square, beta square. I told you that the equation, quadratic equation is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus the product of roots. So here the sum of roots means alpha square plus beta square into x, and product means, because roots were alpha square, beta square, so the product is alpha square, beta square is equal to 0. Now alpha square plus beta square, again the formula will be used, alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Alpha plus beta is minus 3 upon 2 whole square, and alpha beta was 1, so minus 2 into 1. When I solve this, I get 9 upon 4 minus 2, or I get 1 upon 4. So alpha beta is C upon A, which is 1, so square of that will remain the same, 1 only. So the required equation will be x square minus the sum of root, which is 1 upon 4 into x, plus the product of root, which is 1. I take 4 as LCM, 4 into x square is 4x square, 4 into 1 is 4, and this will remain minus x, and 4 on this side will multiply with 0, will become 0. So the required quadratic equation is 4x square minus x plus 4 is equal to 0. It will have the roots as alpha square, beta square, if they have the roots alpha and beta. In this question, x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation, and the roots of this equation are given as alpha beta. Now A is 1 here, B is 2, and C is 3. So I calculated alpha plus beta as minus B upon A as minus 2 alpha beta as C upon A is equal to 3. He says you have to find an equation, you have to frame a quadratic equation whose roots are alpha upon beta and beta upon alpha. So I told you the equation would be x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of roots. Now here roots are alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha, so sum of the roots will be alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha into x, and product will be alpha upon beta into beta upon alpha, as they are the reverse of each other, so they are reciprocal of each other. So alpha alpha will cancel, beta beta will cancel, will give you 1. Here it will become, if you take LCM as alpha beta, it becomes alpha square plus beta square. So alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta. Again alpha square plus beta square, you know, is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. And this is in the denominator alpha beta, whose value is 3. So now let us solve it. Alpha plus beta minus 2 whole square minus 2 into 3. Minus 2 whole square is 4. 4 minus 6 is minus 2, but it is outside minus, so it will become plus 2 upon 3x plus 1. I'll take 3 LCM. 3 into x square is 3x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, because the 3 from denominator will multiply on right side with the 0 and will become 0. So this is the required equation, required quadratic equation, whose roots are alpha upon beta and beta upon alpha. In this question, alpha, beta are roots of the equation 2x square minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. We have to frame an equation with the roots alpha upon 2 beta plus 3 and beta upon 2 alpha plus 3. These are just simple calculations. There is nothing to be scared about what he has given. The basic fundamental remains the same. He has given you an equation 2x square minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. I get the value of A as 2, B as minus 3 and C as 1. From this I'll get the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, which comes out to be 3 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. Now I have to frame another equation whose roots are given as alpha upon 2 beta plus 3 and beta upon 2 alpha plus 3. For framing any quadratic equation, I need the sum of the roots and product of the roots. Since I saw the roots are a little bigger, so I'll calculate first the sum of roots. Like sum of the roots will be alpha upon 2 beta plus 3 plus beta upon 2 alpha plus 3. We'll take the LCM. 2 beta plus 3 into 2 alpha plus 3 will be LCM. When you multiply this alpha into 2 alpha, you get 2 alpha squared. Alpha into 3 is 3 alpha. Similarly, beta will multiply with 2 beta squared. Beta will multiply with 3, you will get 3 beta. In the numerator, I can take the common out of 2 alpha squared plus 2 beta squared. I take 2 common. I am left with alpha squared plus beta squared, which is familiar to us. Then I take 3 common out of 3 alpha plus 3 beta. I take 3 common. I am left with 3 into alpha plus beta. When I multiply this, I'll get the known forms 4 alpha beta plus 6 beta plus 6 alpha plus 9. Now in the numerator I have alpha square plus beta square, which is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta plus 3 into alpha plus beta. Out of this 4 alpha beta, out of 6 alpha and 6 beta, I take 6 common, alpha plus beta plus 9. Now everything is known to you. It is alpha plus beta, it is alpha beta, it is alpha plus beta, it is alpha beta, it is alpha plus beta. So we know the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. We substitute the values here and I get the sum of the roots as 7 upon 20 while solving this. This is a calculation which you have to do. 2 into alpha square plus beta square, alpha plus beta whole square is 3 upon 2 whole square, minus 2 alpha beta is 1 upon 2, plus 3 into alpha plus beta is 3 upon 2. Similarly 4 into alpha beta, which is 1 upon 2, plus 6 into alpha plus beta, which is 3 upon 2 plus 9. Here 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. So it will be 2 plus 9 which will be 20, and when we solve the numerator I get 14 upon 2 which is 7, 7 upon 20. Then I calculate the product of roots. I had calculated sum of the roots here, now I am calculating the product. This is the product. This was the sum of the roots. Here it is, product of the roots. Alpha upon 2 beta plus 3 into beta upon 2 alpha plus 3. I already know the value of 2 beta plus 3 into 2 alpha plus 3 from here. We had already multiplied here. 2 beta plus 3 into 2 alpha plus 3. The value had come for 20. So I will use that value here. It is 20, and alpha beta is 1 upon 2. So it becomes 1 upon 40. The required equation is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus the product of roots. Sum of the roots was 7 upon 20. The product of roots is 1 upon 40. We take 40 as the LCM and it becomes 40x square minus 14x plus 1 is equal to 0, which is the required equation. Yeah.